Vilas Communication Hall, a space for those interested in how we communicate with one another through various mediums. Home to students of the Journalism Department, the Communication Arts Department, and even the Theater Department. However, this hall lacks the basic amenities needed to facilitate constructive communication between these students. Opened to the public in 1972, although this hall is not the oldest one on campus, being only 46 years old, Vilas Communication Hall has remained relatively untouched since its opening. The most recent renovation to Vilas Hall has been the 2015 deconstruction of the Humanities Vilas pedestrian bridge. This renovation, however, did nothing to address the problem of the lack of study spaces for students here in Vilas Hall. On the third and main floor of the hall, there is only one space to group with other students, and this is a line of chairs along a walking corridor, in which there is no privacy to discuss group projects or work together with students. On the fourth floor, where most students have their classes, there is absolutely no spaces to group other than an outdoor concrete patio. This patio has no roof, and due to Wisconsin's weather, is unusable to students for most of the year. Other halls here on campus provide students with a space to work together. The business school over in Granger Hall has recently added a learning commons space where students can work together on computers, at tables, or even on comfortable furniture, promoting a group working environment. But Vilas Hall, with its lack of common space, does not promote these same values, and instead forces many of its students to travel to different locations, searching for places to study.
My name is Brooke Themar. I'm a comm arts major here, TV, radio, film.
What are your overall thoughts about Vilas Communication Hall?
Well, I'm there all the time, and there's no space to sit down and do work. If I want a classroom or a study space, I definitely have to come to Granger Hall because this is the only building that gives me that availability on this side of campus.
Forcing students to leave the hall where most of their classes are in order to find a better place to study makes students feel unwelcomed in their learning environment. The Division of Facilities Planning and Management needs to seriously consider renovating the interior of Vilas Hall. Giving communication students more areas in which they can communicate with one another just makes sense, and it will provide our students with a greater learning experience than they already have here at Vilas Hall.